I'm your host, Tayamu Denku. Pick apart the passion. Pick apart the passion. Pick the passion. Pick apart the passion. Peace. Welcome to Pick Apart the Passion podcast. I'm your host, Tayamu Denku, and I'm sitting down with DLP and Intel to talk about this dope record that they put together called Computers for the Hood. Man.
Yes, sir. The blessing to be for having me.
Yeah. So who came up with the title?
Came to me. A beautiful goddess muse whispered in my ear in a dream and was like, "Computers for the hood." And I woke up. I was like, "Yo, DLP, what do you think of this title?" Because before, I was probably gonna just call it the Django EP.
Oh, word.
Okay.
Did you know that? Did you know he was gonna call it that?
Bless you.
No.
Word.
No.
So how did y'all meet up and decide that this is a match, we need to make a record together? How did all that happen?
We met up at a show down in Drome in New York City. Who's you want to tell?
No, I said I did a lot of talking in the last interview, so you gonna do
okay.
more.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we met at Drome and down in Manhattan. Our show was Chris Rivers and YDB. We spoke before that, through like IG and shit like that, but physically met down in Drome, and we talked about doing a record together. We did that record, and then it just led to the EP turned into an album.
That's what's up, man. I like that spot, man. I actually played that venue once.
Okay.
I think it was back in like I want to say like 2015 now.
Yeah, it's
been a minute, but yeah, it's definitely a dope. I like that venue. That's the shit's fresh. So So let's actually get. I mean, I know you guys are pressed for time, and obviously he's gonna be getting his hair done and a shape up, and you got your time thing going on. So,
I'm an open book. You ask me whatever. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. So as long as you need, I'm here.
Yeah. So let's just let's dive into the record a little bit. Like I wanted to play some songs. I wanted to talk about what inspired the song, what inspired some of the lyrics, how you came up with the beat, DLP, you know what I'm saying? So let's, the first one I picked was actually the title track, Computers for the Hood. So what do you, so that track in particular, does the beat get made first? You send it over to him and then he creates it?
I sent him a pack of beats.
Okay.
And just with him, himself in mind. And he went and picked through the beats basically, so everything was sent through a pack, probably a couple packs, I think it was.
When I heard that one, I was like, yo, this sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And he told me what the sample was. I was like, oh, we ain't never gonna clear this.
Yeah.
Word.
We made it to where you can't, the average person's really not going to figure it out. So,
Yeah, man. So let's get into that, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about some bars that you laid down on that Intel.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to listen to Computers for the Hood intro, or Computers for ... Let's get into it.
Here we go.
I came to deliver computers for the hood, man. You get a computer, and you get a computer, and you get a computer. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood, computers for the hood. I said computers for the hood. I'm playing pool with the planets. Damn it, I will damage your canvas. Can't stand it when you move with the man, it gets so concentrated. I'm obligated to eat the beat like my mama made it. We probably taking the trophy home after dominating. Best yet, no stress for the lung test. Tongue breath, smoking 8/8 with the one that's been with the fire. He inspired us all, like everything that he touched gave Midas a call. See, I'm Goku arms up with a hydrogen ball. Drop it right upon your face and wait for tyrants to fall.
I be high, so high that a giant is small.
Be humble is what I earned from my time at the mall. I gotta eat, otherwise I hear the lioness call. 88 in your face and we nicer than all. Gotta eat, otherwise I hear the lioness call. 88 in your face and we nicer than all.
Computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood. I say computers for the hood. Computers for the hood.
Computer chips will cost as little as a penny. That's cheaper than garbage, cheaper than scrap paper. So computer chips will be everywhere and nowhere, including our contact lenses. So when we put on our contact lenses and blink, we will go online. And who were the first people to buy internet contact lenses? College students taking final examinations. This means that my students will blink, and we will not have to memorize all the things I've been talking about. This is going to revolutionize education.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, you start off the record bar heavy from the jump. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's
Playing pool with the planets, Galactus shit.
yeah, man. I mean, that's definitely a good start to a record right there. I mean, and the production on it. I mean, great start to the record, man.
Appreciate
Both
it.
of you.
Thank you. I wanted a choir, but I didn't have a choir. I had I just had myself, and I don't think I was gonna be able to get a choir because it was pandemic time. So I made a choir out of my own vocal cords.
That's what's up. Do you think if you if you blow up to the extreme level and you're able to just tour some massive, humongous venue that you would get a choir for this joint?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. What? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to, like, right now I'm an engineer about 3 years, so I'll actually put my hands to the crafting of the compositions. So I'd love to do that, what I do digitally on a human to human level. You know what I'm saying? Like real composer shit. Hell yeah.
Did you so you're dabbling with engineering. I also engineer as well, but DLP, did you engineer this record or did Intel do?
Nah, Intel did.
Word, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
he
mean,
did all the production, and I did all the engineering, and then most of the mixing and mastering except for track 4 and track 6.
that's what's up. I mean, the record sounds good, man. I mean, 3 years in, I mean, that's definitely impressive right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. So let me ask real quick, Intel, how young were you when you first started rhyming? Obviously, you were around it all the time, obviously, but like, when do you think you spit the first rap ever?
I was probably, if we consider poetry rap, the first rap I spit, I was probably like 13 years old. If not, then about 15. If we consider rap to be to a beat, to an instrumental with content about hip hop. So either 13 or 15. But people assume I was always around it. I wasn't always around it. Like, these niggas didn't have me in a studio every day, all day. My father kind of wanted me to be a regular kid. So I found them and music and hip hop and writing and all that kind of like just on my own, or rather being guided by the universe, because that's where I'm supposed to be, because I'm really, really, really ridiculously good at it.
I agree. Definitely dope. I also looked and saw that you have your hands in filmography. Is that something you started with before you started diving heavy into the rhyming?
Yeah, since I'm 8 years old, that was my first love. Actually, was filmmaking. And then when it's time to go to college, I went to school and I got my degree in film. So yeah, I'm also full-fledged filmmaker. I'm actually writing a script right now called Yes, Just Say Yes. It's about a bunch of women robbing a bank in the 70s. It's based on a true story. It's phenomenal.
No.
It's gonna be just as good as the album.
That's what's up. That sounds dope right there. Yeah, man. Well, let's keep it moving. So the next joint that I picked out actually was obviously a single that's definitely making its way around the Now I Know. Method Man's on there, Lamel's on there, but I mean, you flexed on this track yourself.
Thank you.
And the beat is fire. I mean, the production's fire on the whole record. So like,
yeah, but this one's special. This one's got a certain bounce that just gets you moving, makes you want to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably why it's definitely making its rounds. I think even without meth on it, this song would make its rounds with the hook, with the vibe of the track. Like this song's just dope in itself. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah. So let's play this joint. We'll come back. We'll discuss the production a little bit, and then we're
introduce it. DLP, introduce it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Now I Know Intel featuring Method Man and Lomel. Let's get it. Produced by DLP. Respect the producer.
Here we go.
These bars, that's why you plead insanity. I take full advantage and candidly damage families. No man standing with hand cannons can damage me. Devil's in the mirror, but y'all be calling the vanity. Rappers are the same, I cook them harder than Cain. Target parts of the brain, let's put this art in your vein. Picture me taking damage to any part of my frame. Never hard to explain, forever is Wu-Tang. Ain't a damn thing changed, hopefully people notice me. Still spitting quotes of that overly potent poetry. Witness every line like an overly focused notary. Girls smell like potpourri, slowly poking the ovaries. Speak out openly, let them know I'm the nicest. R.I.P. the dirty, the legend of the Osiris. Ladies grip my drawers as I get a grip on my vices. My pen game the nicest, I only write on papyrus. You don't want no parts of this.
I reminisce.
Now I know who my targets is.
I never miss.
Scratch who your favorite artist is.
They don't exist.
They don't even go as hard as this.
Just let me vent, homie.
You don't want no parts of this.
I reminisce.
Now I know who my targets is.
I never miss.
Scratch who your favorite artist is.
They don't exist.
They don't even go as hard as this.
Just let me vent, homie. Hard living and hard rhymes, start time. Cross the bridge and get crossed out, you cross line. F with the kid and get chalked out, we toss sign. The murder cases get tossed out, the court line. I paid the cost to be a boss, New York giant. Pocket full of New York Knicks, New York's fine. Body bag if they talk slick, they all die. I bust your grape, it's the wrong day to start whining. I'm at 8 bars, but y'all buying. Some of these killers, these state bars, and start crying. And these gorillas be straight frauds, they want violence. This delivery straight raw, I want clients. I'm still shining in every brick consignment. See, I ain't quit supplying. I gotta get for grinding when bullets get defined and nightsticks is flying. We might stick your click, better stick to rhyming.
You don't want no parts of this.
I reminisce.
Now I know who my targets is.
I never miss.
Scratch who your favorite artist is.
They don't exist.
They don't even go as hard as this.
Just let me vent, homie.
You don't want no parts of this.
I reminisce.
Now I know who my targets is.
I never miss.
Scratch who your favorite artist is.
They don't exist.
They don't even go as hard as this.
Just let me vent, homie.
They rapping on commission, that's why they hardly have vision. I was born with a mission, that's why I spit with precision. Multiplying my wealth while the haters just get division. Trying to add a little knowledge, subtract from all of this killing. The cops be the villains, so hide the women and children. Discern from the foe, no one knows like Krillin. The system got me feeling like black blood is spilling, but somehow it's all legal to keep on killing my people. Hold your your breath, intelligent meth. This be the sequel. Everybody got bars, go hard or we don't believe you. Killing so many rappers, forgot that murder's illegal, man. I'm just trying to live, but these backwards people is evil. Bloodline is regal and more majestic than eagles. I could break your jaw, but my art of war is cerebral. Visually paint lyrically like the beat is my easel. My sacred art is stack, ain't no keeping it from the beat. Holding it down, the truest MCs with dope sound. Break it down, absurd with the words, we profound. Look around, everything we spit in this art get torn apart by these writtens that be hitting your heart. Holding it down, the truest MCs with dope sound. Break it down, absurd with the words, we profound. Look around, everything we spit in this art get torn apart by these writtens that be hitting your heart. Hitting your heart.
You don't want no partner.
Hitting your heart.
You don't want no partner. You don't want no partner. Get in your heart. Get in your heart. They don't even go as hard as this now that I know who my target is. You don't want no partner. Oh.
God damn it, ladies, if that ain't good music, you know what I mean?
Right.
For you to
Oh, yeah,
curse,
shit.
good curse-free music for you to dance to, ladies.
Yeah, man.
That's
Kid
fresh
friendly
right
and
there.
all.
That's you know what's crazy about this joint, DLP, since I've heard a lot of things
Yeah.
from you in the past. Like you do a lot of rugged
Mhm.
boom bap shit, and then this is like a party. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Yeah.
not like I know you
Big
can
facts.
be versatile. I know you can be versatile, and this
Uh-huh.
really displays
Yeah,
that
yeah,
versatility. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
I got that phone call and I just had to go different with it because you said give me something soulful. So there you go.
Yeah, man. So Intel on this, did you write both these verses the same day and knock them out like the same session, or did you come back?
So I had the first verse written to get him invested and get him to, know how serious I was about the future. Because that was my verse to be like, I'm gonna just spit this for him and then I'm gonna ask for the feature. So I spit it for him, asked for the feature. He said, "Yo, word, you going hard like that? All right, I'm coming with it." And then we in the studio, I wrote the second verse while he wrote his verse.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that is because like the first verse is like super um there's a lot of dope patterns, there's a lot of dope bars and um you know
Thank you.
a lot of dope standout bars on it. So it's and then the second verse still got the bars, but I feel like um writing that with him in the studio, you guys almost came to a plane of more of the conceptual side of the record itself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The chemistry was there. I was surprised he was down to go back and forth on the hook, and because I wrote both of those pieces. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna say this piece and you're gonna say that piece. And he was like, all right, cool. So that made me feel like like not like an equal, but just an equal as artist to artist in that space in that room at that time.
Yeah. What's your relationship? I mean, with like, did you said you weren't around it that often, but like, I mean, you see Meth at family shit. Like, obviously, you teamed up with his son to do some stuff. But like, is this like easy to make happen? Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
He married my mother's sister.
Okay, so obviously that's a close
I'm back.
relationship. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, that's super dope. And this track is super dope.
Thank you.
Definitely a standout on the record for me. This next track is actually the interlude because I love the beat. I just want to hear the beat bang.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
The Bad Apples joint.
yeah. Let that
So
rock. Pun
so
intended.
yeah, so like did
Yeah.
real quick before we get into that, did you want an interlude beat on this record? Were you like, I want this here, this makes sense, or is this something that just
Then,
happened?
nah, he actually sent me the skit first,
Okay,
and I made a beat around the skit.
all
So
right.
that's how, yeah, that's how that
He
works.
made two. It was like I think he made two versions
Yeah, I
too.
made two versions. I think it was a faster version and then that slow, Griselda type version.
Yeah,
That's
and
what-
this one fit, and this beat. I mean, this beat is hard. Like this beat is heavy.
Yeah.
It's a perfect interlude beat to get into. The next joint, which is actually the next joint I even wanted to talk about after it. But let's hear Bad Apples real quick. Let's hear that shit bang and knock
Yeah.
these speakers and knock their heads off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So here we go. Bad Apples, DLP, Intel. Let's move it.
Cops gunned down an innocent black man. They always say the same things, man. They always say the same thing. It's like, well, it's not most cops. It's just a few bad apples. It's just a few bad apples. Bad apple. That's a lovely name for murder. It's like, how'd they get that one? Bad apple. That almost sounds nice. I mean, I've had a bad apple. It was tart, but it didn't choke me out. Here's the thing. I know it's hard being a cop. I know it's hard. I know that shit's dangerous. I know it is, okay? But some jobs can't have bad apples. Okay? Some jobs, everybody gotta be good. Like
I,
pilot.
yo, because of the way Bad Apples ends, B-side Statin was almost called Pilots.
Okay.
Oh, word.
But I was like, nah, this is some real grizzly bear in the woods shit. So I gotta B-side Statin.
And I mean this joint is hard as fuck too, man. Like I love this joint. I love the production on it. Real quick, let's backtrack. So Bad Apples, that sample, the interlude. Did you? I mean, where does that come from? Where did you? What were you doing when you came across that? Is basically what I'm saying. Like, how did you just? Oh yeah, I want to put that on there.
So I'm watching Chris Rock stand up, and I'm like, what he said, like that section is to me is so profound because it's like that's really an excuse that people make. Is like, well, most of us are good. We just have a few bad apples, and they like to say that same phrase over and over and over again: bad apples, bad apples, bad apples. And then I'm a huge fan of Isaac Newton, and the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And Apple, and I'm an Apple head, and I used to work for Apple, so apples have a little bit of significance with me. You know what I mean? So I say, oh, I need that on this album. And, who's to say that the falling apple on Isaac Newton wasn't the computer God-giving man in the hood of Earth? So I needed that section, and I had to distort it because, we not trying to get super sued.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, man, some professions can't have bad apples. Imagine you on a plane and you're like, yo, some of our pilots like to land. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What? What?
I mean, Spirit might be like that.
Hey, I've flown Spirit. It was some shaky ass. It was shaky. They got us from A to B, but boy, was it shaky.
Yeah, man. You never know what you're gonna get on a Spirit flight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, you get to the location, but you never know. But yeah. So let's get into B-side Statin, which was possibly going to be called Pilot. So the title? Obviously, just self-explanatory, or
Well, I was when I was thinking about the record, I wrote. I don't know. For some reason, I was just thinking about the record that I have with Snoop Dogg and Meth on Meth Lab 2, and that's called East Side. So I'm like, but you know, we from the B side, you know what I mean? Like, cause we we going crazy over here. And I wanted to remind people where I come from as many times as I can, but in subtle ways or not so subtle ways, however you look at it. So B-side Staten, because we're not just from any B-side, because there's a lot of other B-sides, you know? Shout out to them. We're B-side Staten.
I feel that. I feel that. DLP, you want to touch on production on this before we dive into it?
I don't know. What do you want to know about it?
Roller coaster.
Yeah, that beat was sent to somebody else, but it was snatched up by Intel, so they lost out. I won't say who though, so they got other stuff coming.
Yeah.
But Intel did his thing. I'm glad he picked it.
Oh yeah, this shit is fire.
Shout out to Eddie I, another Staten Island general who me and him been, trying to collab with each other, but the timing was never right because he'd be also battle rapping internationally. So we finally got the opportunity to link up in the Blurred Noise studio. That's Agent Blur right there that I'm pointing to. Follow him at Agent Blur. And we finally got the opportunity to link in the studio. And I was like, this is the perfect record for us to just go beast on.
Yeah.
No blue skin.
Word up. Word up. Let's get into it. B-side Staten right here. Pick Apart the Passion podcast.
We out here, bro. Intel, what's good? It's Team Sauce and shit. Running through the island, my bros with me. Straight pros with me. The day that they send me to hell, dog, if he swell, y'all bring my hoes with me. Priority shipping, got glow with me. I'm a real star, niggas don't get me. My aura is different, got back pains, cause my shoulders been holding my whole city. I don't know what soul that's rhyming with me. Nada, a nigga as fly as could be. I can pull a whole wrist out on a bitch now and make economy trees. Got bottles on bottles of Cristal, getting pissed out when I arrive on the scene. You ain't copping any bottles, homie, you be copping the breeze. Don't front on the nigga, I got the receipts. I hop in the V, leather interior, chocolate seats. Bad if you fucking me good, she clutching the wood like koalas is climbing a tree. Skin tight, body suits, yeah, that body blew me away. She got quite the mystique. Rocky all up in the freezer. Every time I see her, shorty get to fighting the meat. Always gotta get to them bands. Yeah, that's the shit a nigga good at, boy. I ain't never been in no clan, but you know a nigga hood on point. Shorty be forgetting about a man, cause she hear I got a good ass voice. Hey, yeah, she love how the youngin' be flowing on beat, so I'm in a flower like a lotus of leaf.
I come from the B-side, east side, one smoke get deep fried. Please slide or get found up on the seaside. Please hide when I pull up with a beehive. Rewind, now you looking like a behind. Be kind, cause I spend a little free time. Divine when I roll low tree vine. Each time I be seeing like I speak rhymes or read minds, right? Like, why do they hate me? Like I'm living in HD. My rhymes given so sanely that I'm higher than Jetson, cause I'm Oswald and Space Lee. But you're living in Macy, so great. Snyder's amazing. Press play, I will erase you one day. A snap of my finger, go away. I get annoyed just by your face. I got employed when I build a bank. So many wars, please just let me paint. Looking for the cookie word, pussy stank. Pull up with Renee, she turn into a tank. Turn into a tool, fuel a scuba tank. Shitty music made fire, no it ain't. My password is password, a black nerd with bad verbs and adverbs and pronouns and similes. All to the last verse now. Buckle up, cause we crash verse up in the with a bad nurse. We outside like the pack first. Bumpin' Wu-Tang, skip the dad's verse. Still in pain when you see the rain. Will I see the sun? Will you read my name? Will I be the one to teach them the game? From all my years, wasn't just a train. Gotta fight the fear and ignite the flame. Excite the peers to get hype again. Gotta light the ears when we strike a vein. I'm a Viking writing with a lightning vein. I like the game. Dang, it really doesn't get more statin than this. Eddie I and Intel, we the shit. I'm talking guano, baby, right on your lips. 225, that's where I live. Got shot, dad bought me a crib. Never got a chance to make any friends. Play with Legos and I said it depends. Built my brain and said fuck all the trends.
Jesus.
Yeah, man, that one goes, man. It's been in rotation on Real Late with Peter Rosenberg on Hot 97 Sundays, late night, heavy rotation.
I mean,
easy, yeah. Shout out to him.
Yeah, that shit is super bar heavy. Like,
I did make that beat around Conway and Eminem's Bang acapella.
Oh, for
yeah. Because if you follow my IG, I got, I do little acapella beats once in a while. And yeah, I made that around Conway and M's acapella for Bang. That's how that beat came about.
Oh, word. That's what's up.
Fuego. Wait, I heard that shit. I was like, oh my goodness. I emailed it to Jid. They didn't respond, but I emailed it to Jid.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shout out to Jid, JID, Dreamville.
I mean, that would have been a dope. That would have been a dope collab too. That would have been real fresh.
And I would have still called it B-side Staten.
Hey man, I mean, it's your joint. You out in Staten, you call it what you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Remix coming.
Let's do it.
Said here first.
Oh snap!
get it.
That's what's up. So yeah, I wanted to touch on a couple more joints, and then you know, like I said, don't want to keep y'all for too much time. You know, let you get into the studio, let you you got to go to work, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I gotta go to work.
Yeah, so I
Pay the
mean, you know,
bills, you know?
we're yeah, you know, we'll keep this one pretty much to the point. Touch on the record, and after we well, let me ask you, out of these two joints, obviously one of them has the video. The joint Know the Gospel with R-Rated Rugged Man was one that I had picked out, but I also picked out The Owl Cry with Raz and Rusty. I like
Oh
both
yeah,
of
we
these.
got to talk about this.
I like both of these joints heavy, man. I mean, if we can get into both of them, we can fit them both in. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
we could do that. But yes, so let's start with The Owl Cry. Raz, Rusty Jux, Intel. I mean, this shit. The beat caught me right away. Like what? Like because when I was going through the record, so I went through it, and then I went through it more in depth to play the full joints. But the first initial, I went through it to see which joints stand out just sonically to me from the start. And this is one of those that stood out to me production wise from the beginning.
Thank you.
Just based on the vibe and the sound of it.
Yeah,
And then,
it was a rare gem in that pack.
yeah, and I mean when I you know, when I went through the whole song, I mean y'all snapped. Like y'all snapped on this joint.
I feel like Razkaz is the only featured artist on the album that got me.
You know what's crazy about that is I feel like back in the day somebody had said something where when he was bar heavy in his prime, when Chino XL was bar heavy in his prime, somebody had said Razkaz was the only person to hang with Chino at that point in time in his career. I mean, Razkaz is that's a heavy lyricist right there.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the how he added the layer of theatrics in his verse that complemented the content of the song. That's really why I'm just like, yo, this is a home run out of the park, man.
Yeah.
It was worth the wait.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this joint's fire. So let's get into The Owl Cry, Intel featuring Razkaz, Rusty Jux, DLP on the beat. Yeah, let's bump this right here. Here we go.
Mic check 1 2. Intel DLP. Late night, hear the owl cry. Late night, hear the owl cry. Late night, hear the owl cry. Sometimes I be thinking maybe I could flip a brick, then I switch and realize that's not the life that I live. See, my record stayed clean, pristine, just like my kids. And the one who gave them birth, I swear she came from my ribs. This is how I live, clean up the crib, feed the kids. Yeah, this dad rap, what you expect, I ain't do a bit. Where's my dad hat? Looking for wifey to poke her ribs. Got a bad back, probably from all the good I done did. Ouch. you ever fall asleep in the shower? Gotta rush before the newborn baby wake on the hour. Gotta eat, feed the family, gardeners, water flowers, and them groceries hit different when missing out on some hours. See, I'm still that same kid that they shot in the kidney. Had to whisper to the devil, try harder to get me. I'm surrounded by Mortys, double barrel to Ricky. Get that dough, boy, or disappear after speaking with me. I feel like I got the recipes, but not the ingredients. And Dave Chappelle said that's a ball. What was his reasoning? And every 3 months, see, I'ma switch up the seasoning. Believe in him, cause after this pandemic, let's see who win. Cry when it's sunny and just smile in the rain, cause the sun don't understand. I got so many drops of pain. Got so many, mean so many, like the pennies you exchange. I'm about to blow like that time me and strangers did cocaine, nigga. Late night, hear the owl cry. 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 Late night, hear the owl cry.
Yeah, what the owl say? See better in the darkness, raised in a hawk nest. With a hawk crest on Mount Ararat, write graffiti in Armenian, so you can sneak a peek at Eden from the tree. In observational humor, like your favorite comedian. Punchlines, I'm Pryor, Carlin, Chappelle, Pell, spitting over Rock the Bell bells. Rap the heater and Corntadilla, that's taco shells. What's the difference? Same bird, the dove is white, the dark one's called a fucking pigeon. False God, denim true religion. White Jesus description is European fan fiction. The wise old owl say, fuck it with me, nobody, that's who. Come and get me, mighty goons. These seeds take the root from these Wu-Tang trees. I'll teach you about the birds of prey and killer bees.
Late night, hear the owl cry. Late night, hear the owl cry. Late night, hear the owl cry.
Late night, hear the owl cry. Wipe the sweat from my brow, let the towel dry. I don't pray to God, I just put in overtime. Supreme lyrics while you writing mediocre rhymes. Swordsman, blade sharp enough to split a hair. Bust your eardrum bloody when it hits your ear. Get your gear, this is riot rap, black baton. Dark night, rhymes bomb till the crack of dawn. Mac and arm, hand clutching on the rubber grip. Send your body levitating to the mothership. On some other shit, lyrically I tongue lash. Drop the bass line crazy, then the drum crash. One blast from the vocal, you a vegetable. Cyanide style, my poison is undetectable. Ha! Late night, hear the pharaoh die. Fuck with intel, I have you looking through the barrel's eyes.
Late night, hear the owl cry. Late night, hear the owl cry. Late night, hear the owl cry.
Man, where does the
That record is crazy.
it's super crazy. Where does the end guitar come from?
My boy Brent
Shout out
Butler.
to Brent Butler.
Yeah, he was on. Were you on Heavy Metal?
Was I? I don't know if I was on that joint. Was I on that joint?
I think you might have been.
I think I was on it.
He was the one that played the guitar on it.
Yeah, that. Well, I mean, he murdered this. Definitely. It's I mean, I've always been a sucker for some dope guitar on some joints, and it's dope to cross it with hip hop every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I always wanted a guitar solo on a record that wasn't like a sample that was already part of the beat. And when DLP was like, "Yo, I gotta," did you send it to me with that on it, or you just came up with the idea?
Nah, I hit you with it first and said I got a man. I'm with my boy that plays guitar, and I'm gonna have him lay something on it. And then I had him lay something on it. Then I sent it to you. But I sent you 2 versions.
And I was like, "Yo, that record!" Like when he sent it to me, I was like, "This is incredible. This is." I kept listening to it like just without any beat. Then I was like, should I chop it and sprinkle it in a hook, or should I just let it rock out? And I was like, I'm not gonna disrespect and dare chop this, so I just gotta let it rock out from the outro. But I was like, what's the transition from the last rap verse to a guitar solo? So I was like, I gotta pitch the hook again, and then I feel like that would be a good palate cleanser before you just drop a dope ass guitar solo on the fucking head tops.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean from the joint itself, I don't think anybody would expect that to come in there like that. And then when it comes in and finishes the track, I mean, it just adds that little extra. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just super fresh. Everybody killed their verses on that, and I mean, you were right though, man. I mean, Razcast with the little, you know, the
Yo, he hooed
on shit.
He hooed. He hooed.
Yeah, man.
Not fucking with me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, so now I'm gonna get extra with it. And I added the laughter and the taco crunch and the bird flaps. And then the bird flaps was so ill. I was like, no, I gotta sprinkle these in the hook. This is fire. I gotta sprinkle these in the hook.
Yeah, man. I mean, it all came together, man. This is a dope track on the album. So yeah, let's touch on this last one real quick that I had. This is one real quick. Did you have any plans for any other videos for this record, or was no?
Yes, we got a video for track 3, Entertainment, featuring Denzel Porter. That's coming out this month, probably later this month.
That's
end of the month, yeah, before September, definitely before September.
That's fresh. But yes, this Know the Gospel one. You being in film, did you know? Did you lay out how you wanted this whole thing to be before you even shot it? Like did you have the whole idea and the plan behind it?
I usually come up with rough ideas, and then I save a little bit of the creativity for being on the spot in the moment. So I bought like the costumes. I knew I wanted to go with like some kind of religious element because the sample of the song. But once you get in the room with everyone and things start unfolding, shots start coming to ideas, it changes, your original vision changes. And then once you actually get to editing, your original vision changes. And then it all comes together into a beautiful piece of content.
Yeah, man. I remember seeing DLP post about this video happening, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be super fire. And yeah, the finished product came out raw, man. But let's play the joint. This is Know the Gospel featuring R.A. the Rugged Man. You guys can go check the video out on YouTube. It's out there for y'all right now. But yeah, Intel featuring R.A. the Rugged Man, DLP on the beat. And who did the video?
It was shot by Films for Grimm, but me and RA did all the editing.
Oh, that's super fresh. All right, well, yeah, let's get into it. You heard it right here. This is Know the Gospel.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's Intel, baby. Second generation rule. Yeah. This is Renaissance art without the nudity. I was good with the books, but chose the movie scene. and the music dream. I think I failed both. I feel like Leonardo in the woods with the bear coat. Now please be careful, don't let them think you crazy. You provide food and shelter and put clothes upon these babies. Only God can save me by helping me save myself. I got a job like Joe, but I'm focused to bathing wealth. A superhuman put bruises upon a mutant, recuting like Huey Newton. Fig Newtons is how I'm chewing. Rappers not making music, my passion will let me prove it. Not asking me what it costs, you gotta buy it to use it. It's uncommon, my rhyming like Tutankhamun. Confinement was by design and stay shining. My light is diamond, my timing is like a lion. Metaphor, no I'm lying, a simile what I said. Just sing my quotes when I'm dead.
I was left for dead, stinking like the corpses in the summer heat. Rebirth the reinvention to eventually become elite. Haunted when the Toby damaged spirits in the gutter speak. Since Sister D was dancing to the drum beat. Before you trust what one proposes, better know the motives. Be a legend, Jesse James doing robberies on locomotives. Listen to me like the Pharaoh should've listened to Moses. The skeleton remaining after the cadaver decomposes. CIA murder civilians, make it look like overdoses. The snakes are cobras in the world of gross aromas. Fuck the mass surveillance and the global goal to control us. Murder like the union leaders, Guatemalan Coca-Colas. Look what Edward Snowden told us, so what WikiLeaks exposes. I'ma flip like 96 phones by Motorola's. You a son of God, but not just the son, you a God. And I'm the raw, the sun God, leave them breathless, Godard, the gospel. The gospel.
Only God can save me.
The gospel.
Second generation.
The gospel.
Welcome to the gospel. I am the apostle. Tried to save Jesus, he said fuck it like a brothel. Yeah, that sounds awful, but my God was ready for it. Woke up extra early on that day to get ready for it. Please don't cross the line, my point like a porcupine. My joints full of forest pine. Florists call them all the time. Gorgeous talking caught the rhyme. Reportosaurus caught the crime. Culprit wasn't father time. My father's son just lost his mind. Lost unless you talk and grind. That's dollars, euros, salt and wine. Ground them under like a mine, but mime the signs and sign your mind. Crazy baby, take your time. Yours for now, make up your mind. What's mine is mine, what's yours is mine. You're a man and I'm divine prophet. It's for speaking up on those topics that you shouldn't speak on if you lack in divine knowledge. See, I got it, plus the power of Gabriel in my pocket. My logic, if they're sick, I'm resistant antibiotics.
You a son of God, but not just the son, you a God. Then I'm the raw, the sun God, leave them breathless, Godard, the gospel.
Only God can save me.
Now bless the song, you can taste the soul.
Superhuman with bruises upon the mutant. The second generation.
The gospel.
Man. Hey, shout out that DJ real quick.
Eldon, right? Eldon.
LD, shout out to it's a good friend of Ari the Rugged Man. So shout out to Ari the Rugged Man and LD on the cut with the cuts on that are very smooth, very smooth.
Yeah. That's fire. Along with this whole record, man. It's hard for artists to put together albums that have where you can listen from the first to the last track. I feel like that's always a hard thing for a lot of artists to do. I literally would have played every joint if we had more time because this whole record.
Thank you. I put a lot of effort into that. Thank you.
Yeah, this whole record definitely song one to the end. It could be played all the way through. This whole record is fire.
Sure.
If you have not heard the full record, go out there, cop that, listen to it, share it, spread the word because Intel DLP, this is a dope album, man.
Thank you.
Don't spread it. Don't spread it like COVID. Spread it like you know this, man.
There it is. Real quick, before we outro and get up out of here, I wanted to ask Intel, what is something that if you were to give advice to an artist trying to come up and focus on doing this for a career, what's something you would tell them?
If you're young, young is perspective. If you are willing, sacrifice early on and invest in yourself and your art early on, because then it'll pay off later on, and then you can relax and spend all that money on whatever you want. You know what I mean? But in the early days, definitely, and also trust yourself more and your intuition. You know what I mean? It's cool to have the homies around in the studio all the time. yapping away, but it's really just, you know, trust yourself above all else at every level from the beginning to the end.
That's what's up. And DLP, for a producer, for an up and coming producer, because you've been producer for a very long time now, and I mean you used to rhyme too, which I found out the last time we had you on. I didn't even know that shit. I'm like, oh shit. But but for an up and coming producer, what would you say to them for getting into the production side of hip hop?
Let's see. I'd say, you know, make sure you put a price on yourself right away, because just from my own experiences, you know, people like free beats, and you know, free don't pay the bills, so it's hard to sometimes get that. You know, once you're giving out free beats, it's hard to get somebody to start paying for a beat. You know what I'm saying? So it's like build your brand, build yourself up, you know, the right way. You know, get you, you know. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. That's I never really thought about that, you know.
yeah. And
I've always been kind of myself, you know. I never really had a team, you know. I never had like a, you know, DLP's always been DLP, you know, me. You know, I had a partner here and there, but that never worked out. So it's just make sure, like Intel said, know who you're with, you know. Because it's not made for everybody, you know. And for as long as I've been doing it, I'm still here, and you know.
Yeah,
doing
man.
Doing it for the love, I guess, you know. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I feel that.
All day, every day, all day, every day.
I mean, sometime DLP, we gotta
stay true to yourself too. You know, like myself, I won't cross over into that realm of music I don't listen to just to get on. You know, I'm happy where I'm at. You know, and you know, I got enough people that come to me and want to work, and that's it. You know, I'm who I am. Take it or leave it.
Well, yeah, don't change a thing, man. I mean, the beats are fire. You know what I'm saying? Intel, definitely don't change what you're doing. I mean, the rhymes are fire. The song concepts are fire. Everything behind that is all dope.
Thank you very much.
I know you so before we get out of here, can you guys shout out where to get the record? And if somebody wants to holler to feature with you or get a beat from you, how can they go about doing that? Whoever wants to start it.
Yeah, you can reach me Instagram DLP _ respected producer. That's pretty much on everything. I'm easy to get to. You know, I respond. I'm not one of those that say don't hit me up. You know, hit me up and see what you got. You know, and if I like what I hear, I work.
I'm a huge Instagram head. You can find me on Instagram at gftd.intell, INTELL. That's gftd.intell, INTELL. Shoot me a DM. Also, you could email me at imoves.ent@gmail.com. And yeah, send me some music or an opportunity, and I'm open to it. And you can find the album everywhere, all streaming platforms. The vinyl available exclusively through diggersfactory.com. And you can also find out more about me and get access to stuff at intellmixmusic.com. Thank you so much for having us and letting us you know, promote the album and tell us a little bit about ourselves on your platform, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate y'all to the fullest for being on here. Yeah, so this has been Pick Apart the Passion podcast, where it's best to pick apart yourself to get to your passion. And like my homie Ram, the creator of this, his father said, is it better to be right or be kind? So I'm gonna leave y'all with that. And much love, Intel DLP, for getting down on Pick Apart the Passion podcast and being with us to discuss your record. Yeah, man. Peace to y'all. And I hope you both have a great evening. And yeah, when this comes out, I will definitely tag y'all up so we can spread the word. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Not like COVID. Like, you know this, man.
All right, y'all. You have a good evening. Peace, y'all.
Peace out, thank you.
Yo, the cash, the jewels, the cars, the clothes. It's worthless. Surpass the rules, the frauds exposed. It's worthless. A dash of fuel, my bars explode. I'm who you heard about. Pass it on, word of mouth. The cash, the jewels, the cars, the clothes. It's worthless. Surpass the rules, the frauds exposed. It's worthless. A dash of fuel, my bars explode. I'm who you heard about. Pass it on, word of mouth. Y'all don't understand. I'm giving it to you primal. Spitting that real shit that should only be heard on vinyl. Murdering with my words, destruction to all my rivals. Expecting the unexpected. Respected just like the Bible. Deliberate lyrical killers stay hitting harder than big guns. Get money, son, no biggie. Now that's a big pun. Spit crumbs all in the face of these whack rappers. Lacking the ability, lyrically smack cowards. I'm so persistent.